Hey, so here we are back in May 2023 as we record all this stuff in November of 2023. I was at the Maryland Sheep and Wool, got this great Jacob fleece, and decided to Suint ferment the fleece. So just using straight up rainwater, my water is really hard, and so rainwater works better for this. But the Suint sheep sweat plus lanolin saponifies and makes this great cleaning system for fleeces. And so the fleece sat in that, there's rainwater, and I got a screen to spread my fleece out on when it comes out of this bin that it was soaking in for 2 weeks out in the sun where fermenting processes are happening. So that's happy bacteria eating up barnyardy things. And so I've got my gloves to be able to pull this out. Going to give it a little bit of a rinse using my seed sifter. The screen thing there, the big screen thing, is what I use to sift compost. So you could use, I'm going to dry it on that screen, might dry the fleece on that screen, but you could use just a regular sweater rack, whatever you use. So you don't need to use the same materials that I have, but I found that this was a super easy way to wash fleeces. I have an outdoor space to be able to do this. I can have something stinky out there and not, get in trouble with the city. But what I'm doing is taking it out, letting it, just drain a little bit in the seed sifter, and then giving that a light rinse with rainwater, and then putting it in a rainwater pot, and I'll rinse it again. This ended up being a very easy way to take care of the fleeces. Two real upsides for this. One is that I'm not using any soap, so all of this gross water, once I was done cleaning both fleeces, all of that went into the garden, and the garden loved it. So both, it could go into the compost pile, could go I used it directly as watered down stuff. I didn't use it full strength on the plants, but you could tell that the soil and the plants really appreciated that. You don't need to use, obviously, what I'm using here, all of these materials. It's kind of what you have, but this is not a lot of hard work to get beautifully cleaned, gently cleaned fleeces. That's the other thing I wanted to say, that I could use all the nasty water because it doesn't have real soap in it, but it was just super gentle on the fleeces. And now I've got a comparison. Now in November, I have a comparison between fleeces that I washed in a regular way for someone else and have spun up, and then these fleeces, which I've had put away for a while. So I've got a plan for this fleece. Hopefully it will be a sweater for my husband, and we'll be talking about that design here shortly. But before we get to that, I have to apologize. I made the mistake of cleaning up my space, and now I can't find the information on the farms that these two fleeces came from. This first fleece, the one we've been concentrating on, is Jacob fleece. Beautiful, again, from Maryland Sheep and Wool. And if I find that information, I will certainly stick it in here. The second fleece that I had was a BFL. And that's from a farmer here in West Virginia, and I don't have that information either because I cleaned, and I can't find anything now. So, but we'll be working on dyeing a bunch of stuff because I found that I have an entire cedar chest full of fiber, mostly comb top, and so we're going to be dyeing that stuff. That'll be fun, doing a lot of color work with that, and working on a couple of sweaters that we have on the go here. Hope everything's going well for you. Hope that your Thanksgiving was awesome. And of course, we always all do have things to be thankful for. We don't always remember that, but we do have things to be thankful for, and I am certainly thankful for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Love to hear from you. Please ask. I'm putting this together while I'm waiting in a hospital with my 95-year-old mother. She is doing just fine. So I'm sure I forgot some things. And please do ask. I may not know the answer, but I'll sure look for it. I hope you're well. And fiber on.